people who fast, they would buy the whole store. That's why you shouldn't go before breaking fast.
Indeed, that's what I'm saying, because your stomach talks to your brain, you know, muscles and whatever, and nerves and whatever, and it tells you go and buy because I'm hungry. This one. This is one. Second, don't take your children with you, especially the young children, because they drive you mad, they drive you crazy with all this display, and so they want to buy this and that and that. So you want to avoid argument with them in the supermarket, so you know they can. And also take, again, do a quick inventory. Do what you have in your house. And have a small list, laundry list of what you want. And just chat it down, you know, tomatoes, whatever. And then just go to the supermarket. So exactly you know what you want to buy. Another problem in case A that I don't believe it exists in the state, because I lived in the state, I went to school in the state, or in UK in that regard. We don't have that we can buy, you know, one banana or one apple or whatever. It's not acceptable. It's like, you know, you are really, I don't know how they interpret it, but in the state you can, I used to buy one banana or one apple or one whatever, or 2 apples. It's me and my wife. So no reason to buy 1 pound or 2 pounds, and then, as you mentioned, it will end to the waste or to the garbage. I hope if we can develop such attitude, so we can save, you know, if a family of 2 or 3, why they should buy 1 kilo banana or 1 kilo apple or 2 kilos, and then it end up wasted for. So I think this is also part of our culture and part of this lavish kind I just mentioned, where you have the table full of, you name it, different type of whatever, sambusa, different type of shorba or soup, whatever. And this is really, if it is eaten, I'm very happy.
Yeah.
But never the case. I'm sure it's 50% of it, if not more, it is wasted.
Because indeed, I mean, like the people who have the privilege, who have the ability, they should indulge in good food and the cuisines of the world, because food, again, as we have been mentioning, is a big blessing from Allah the Almighty. Yes. So in order to thank Him greatly and truly for the blessing that He has blessed us with, we need to enjoy it.
Sure.
But as long as we do it in moderation and not having it to pay a toll on our overall health, which happens to actually a lot of people, yes, as it is really popular to be eating dates in an odd number. Yes, but then you get to see people that they're eating such a large amount of dates, again in an odd number,
indeed,
but it's not healthy anymore, because some of the dates are artificially processed, and I'm sure, Khalid, you would know a lot about
dates.
That's
another problem.
Which is?
About the dates, because I mean the part where you come from, I believe dates are very popular.
Like you're a dates expert, huh?
Well, actually, we have a farm.
Yeah.
Yes. She said.
So tell us the secret.
Yeah, but my father is an uncle, basically. It's my grandfather farm. Mm-hmm. So they are running it's a huge farm, alhamdulillah. Now it's actually in a housing quarter. So at one point we may have to move out of this farm. But then again, you're absolutely right. Dates are a mine of nutrition, no question about this. The Prophet, peace be upon him.
And they have all the colors that you're looking for, and
calories,
the energy and everything.
Minerals,
everything.
Vitamins, minerals, potassium, you name it.
And it's very cheap, though, huh?
Very reasonable.
If you compare it to some,
not all kinds.
Not all kinds, but you know, certain kinds are affordable.
Absolutely. Yeah. But as you said, eating excessively could result actually in some health problems like diabetes. Yeah. But eating with moderation, especially with buttermilk for breaking fast, and it's the sunnah anyway.
You don't fill your you eat over what you can. You know, sometimes you can eat to the point that you cannot move from your chair. In your stomach, you
barely make it to Maghrib prayer, which is another issue. But I mean, with dates, in most of the Islamic countries, in Europe, in Asia, in Africa, most of them do not actually eat dates. It's not part of their
lifestyle, or whatever.
Yeah, or it doesn't grow in their country.
Yes, in their country.
And the palm trees do not grow in their country, but they import the dates so they could follow the Prophet, peace be upon him, sunnah, and break their fast with dates. I've seen this in Europe, I've seen this in Asia, so this is actually very interesting. But Mr. Talat, before actually the mashallah time always
runs fast
with you.
Maybe I'm a talkative person.
But yeah, actually you raise a very interesting point. But let's shift a little bit the topic, Simon, and talk about I mean, from a financial point of view, since you're the head of this awareness committee, media and awareness committee for Saudi banks, the Secretary General. Let me ask you about, during the month of Ramadan, Muslims actually requested as one of the pillars of Islam to pay charity, which is zakat.
Yes.
Most of people prefer to pay the zakat during the month of Ramadan. Especially some of them prefer at the last 10 days of Ramadan, so they could get the blessing, and it could maybe coincide with the night of Al-Qadr or fate or destiny, so they could multiply their good deeds.
Yes.
My question to you, always the authorities here, whether the Ministry of Interior, Ministry of Islamic Endowment, Guide and Call Affairs, or other actually other sectors and authorities, always advise the citizens to put their charity in the right and funnel it in the right actually channels.
Yes.
Through known bank accounts in the Saudi banks, or through some charities, for example, charity societies, or
electronic channels,
or philanthropic, activities.
Yes.
My question: what is we would like you, because sometimes individuals, unfortunately, would collect the money and you don't know where they're taking the money to. Some of them happen to be not even from here. Talk to us about the importance of putting the money the right way, so we could actually give the money to the needy people, to the right people.
Well, as you know, Khalid, and as you know, Simon, we have over 600 different charity organizations registered in Kingdom, approved, and all of that. So this is where we advise usually a customer, really want to have some money, whether being sadaqah or zakah or any kind of charity that you want to do. Just give it to the right organizations, among the 400, 600 that we have in Kingdom, and avoid to give it to some unknown, if you will, organizations.
Or individuals.
Or individuals, The one is to cut on the bad scene when you see, beggars coming around the cars. And this is very dangerous, by the way, coming between the cars when they are lining up for a red traffic light. Or
some people who stand in front of mosques.
Or mosques.
Some of them are illegal aliens crossing the country. By giving them, actually, we
encourage them flow, if you will. This is one. Also, you have to make sure that you give your money to the proper organization. One, you don't want to fall in the trap giving the money to organization that really connected to an organized crime of any kind, whether being terrorism, or whether being an organized crime of money laundering, or whatever. So you have to be really careful. So one of the roles that we play, responsible for in that committee, and one of the campaign that we have launched in last June, Peace in Mind, is don't deal with a stranger, period, and don't, especially when it comes to money. So you have to, when you deposit or you give money or you take money, you have to be very careful who's the second party or third party that you're dealing with. There is no excuse that you can just, emotionally get affected, if you will, and you give your money here and there. Also, if an amount hits your account that you're not aware of, you should immediately inform the bank, just to clear your responsibility, because you never know what is the source of that money. It could be a mistake, could be an honest mistake, fine. But sometimes it is not an honest mistake. It could be some kind of money laundering or what have you, or fraud kind of transaction related. So in general, we advise in our messages not to deal with the strangers. Now we will notice, it's unfortunate though, on the ATMs, next to the ATMs of the banks in Saudi, you would find some stickers. You see, they will tell you that we're going to replace your loan from X bank and give you better loan, better conditions and whatever. And this is all gimmicks, and this is not, really true transactions. Simply because whoever are running such ads, he doesn't give his full name. He says Abu Muhammad, Abu Salih, Abu whatever. This is one, and this is very scary, by the way. The SAMA, which is the Saudi Arabian Monetary Agency, forbid such behavior under their item 2 of the system that controls the banking system, controls and what have you. And plus when you, these guys that might be really concerned, they call the defaulted people. Talat, you are defaulted, come to us in your loan, we'll prepay your loan and we'll give you a better loan with a better condition. So this doesn't click into my mind. You call defaulted people who are defaulting on their loans in an X bank, and they can repay the loan to the X bank and then give you a loan with a better. So this is one really should be careful. And my understanding when some people, they dealt with them, they vague, they never exist anyway. You know, you call a number, doesn't reply, you call a number, that switch it to another. So this is could be a fraud, pure fraud operation, or it could be, and this is where really the big risk that a person could run to,